Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. It's John here, and today come with me on a bit of a train journey to pick up my latest car. You'll find out what it is later on in the video. But I left Boston on a wet and drizzly old morning, about 8 o'clock in the morning. And you can see that already I've had enough of the day. The train journey took me through the Lincolnshire countryside and overall took me about it should have took me about 3.5 hours. It actually took me about 5 hours due to delays, but we'll talk about that in just a moment's time. It wasn't too busy on my first train, which was between Boston and Grantham, and you can see here that it's relatively a comfortable enough train. We've gone through a place here now, which I cannot remember the name of. Hubbards Bridge, there we go. And we've got to Heckington. Look at this lovely old station, looking a bit dilapidated but beautiful. Now, for anyone that's interested in architecture, these are the abandoned Sleaford Bass malting factories. I think they've been bought by a housing association to be turned into houses, but then the council rejected it, so they've just been sat for quite a long time. There they are, looking beautiful. So I'm on my way now to Grantham. I've gone through Sleaford, Heckington, Hubbards Bridge, and now to Grantham. There's some trees, look, beautiful. I do like doing this train journey. I've done it a few times recently, if you've watched the videos on the channel, mainly because where I live in Boston is in the middle of nowhere. So you've got to get a train to a station such as Grantham or Nottingham before you can go somewhere. So this car then, I was told about it by my friend Tom, who rang me to say, John, I know of a car for sale. Does it have any interest to you? And of course he sent me pictures and he told me about the car, and I said no. I said, Tom, I can't buy another car. I don't have the space, I don't have the money. And Mrs. John Coupland patted me on the head and said, well done, that's the right answer. And of course, about 2 or 3 days later, I started thinking about this car some more. So I've got off at Grantham here. You can see I'm walking across to my connecting train. This train doesn't stop at the platform. Choo, 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 choo. It's a wonderful feeling. That's the LNER train. Anyway, so Tom told me about this car. I got in contact with the owner for some more information and more photographs. And actually, I said yes in the end. Clearly because I'm picking it up. Anyway, I had to wander down the platform to have a little chat. So I've made it the first leg of my journey. I'm at Grantham, here in the heart of Lincolnshire. The next train is in 20 minutes, and we're heading down to London King's Cross. From there, it will be... Oh, thanks. There you go, that's my train. 10:01 to London King's Cross.
If you have a seat reservation,
if you've got a seat,
boarding zone,
I have. J42.
At the front of this train,
yep.
Coach L will be in zone 1.
All first class.
K, zone
Not
2,
me.
Coach J, zone 3.
Oh.
Coach H,
Zone 3 is where I need to be, fine. So I have made it to Grantham. I've got about an hour to go on this train. It's a whole train to London King's Cross, and then from London King's Cross I'm going to be taking a short journey on a tube, which will come along with me, and then it will be a journey from London Liverpool Street to Witham. We will be on the way. Well, how naive I was at that point. But here is my train arriving. This is my Hull train. And as I've just said, I'm on the way to King's Cross. It should have been an hour's journey. Sadly, due to an incident at Stevenage, I was delayed for a good couple of hours, to be honest with you. Here's me pulling out of Grantham, on the way, none the wiser that there were going to be any problems. But yeah, I was about a couple of hours delayed. It started raining. But the good news is, because of the delay, I got a refund on my ticket. So every cloud, etc, etc. So my ticket cost me about 35 quid. And I managed to get that refunded due to the delay repay service. Here's me checking out the train. We've built up some speed again now. We've gone past Stevenage and we're heading into London. Next stop, King's Cross Station. Harry Potter time. As you can see, I've entered King's Cross Station. Look how busy it is, but look at the beautiful Victorian architecture. I blooming love King's Cross Station. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Platform 0. It's not platform 9 3/4. Right, let's go get the tube. We need to get the tube now to London Liverpool Street Station. This was quite a bit of a trek actually, because I'd got 7 minutes or so to get from London King's Cross to Liverpool Street Station on the tube. I zoomed down the underground and found myself on the King's Cross St Pancras Underground network, and I took the Metropolitan line eastbound to London Liverpool Street. Here comes my tube. I blooming love the tube network. It fascinates me. I could spend all day riding the tube network, looking at the secrets. There's so many secrets and bits and pieces, and of course you mustn't look at each other on the tube, but here's me. I don't know what I'm doing there. Here's me just having a little bit of filming on the tube. Here's the tube ride. It took me, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes to do the tube ride. And here's me arriving at Liverpool Street Station. I didn't film the actual boards or anything like that because I've got on my train with about 2 minutes to spare. Because I was late and delayed, I missed my connecting train, so I had to get this train instead. I've made it with 3 minutes to spare for my train to the next place. My other train was delayed by an hour and a bit, so I'm about to get on. And you can see I'm making my way through the train, not very busy at all. 6 or 7 stops from Liverpool Street Station to Witham or Wytham, however you say it. I'm on the train towards Braintree. Not looking too busy. Well, I'm on the train. It's not very busy. This is my last train. I've got 3 or 4 stops, maybe an hour. It's going to go all the way to Braintree. It's not where we're going. But that was stressful. We are on with a minute to spare. Obviously recording the voiceover after the fact. I'm not stressed. I'm sat here, I've got my cat, I've got my dog, I've got a cup of tea and maybe a chocky bicky. But yeah, it was quite stressful, especially because I was having a bit of an argument at the gate, at the barrier, with the chap there saying, well, your train was an hour earlier. And then I had to explain, well, I've just missed this train because of delays on King's Cross. And he reluctantly scanned me through. But I got on my train, happy days. This is us leaving Liverpool Street Station. Look how beautiful it is. The underground network leading on to the network rail network. It's an absolute feat of engineering. I will always geek out about train stations and underground stations and things like that. I think they're wonderful. King's Cross Station yesterday, absolutely packed. There were kids, obviously, going to the museums and the zoos and all sorts of places, seeing the London landmarks, arriving from all over the place. But great to see. Lovely to see. Right, here we go. Look at this architecture. Banging on about architecture on a car channel. Sorry. Right, we're on the way. Leaving the big city, leaving London. We actually went past the Olympic Park with the big spirally, slidey Olympic thing, which I missed because I was too busy tweeting. But I also got to see the Elizabeth line, which I hadn't seen before, so that was relatively exciting for me, I know. So, as I said, about an hour now, and I've texted the lady who's selling me the car to say, look, I'm running a little bit late, can you hang fire? And in fairness to her, bless her, she said, yep, I'll come and pick you up in an hour. Well, at least it's stopped. Oh, never mind. It's raining again. Yeah, the weather was terrible. And here's me thinking I'm on the Starship Enterprise or something similar with the rotating loo. They always make me giggle, these. I always have this irrational fear that it's going to open while I'm in the toilet. But it didn't, and everything was good. This is nearing my last stop now, and you can see we've picked up some pace and we've seen a little bit of green and countryside. This is Essex. It's my first time in Essex. True story. I've never been to Essex before. There's some blokes doing some work. So it was exciting for me. New and exciting. The wonderful world of Essex. The only way is John Coupland in Essex. At this point, the lady has sent me some more pictures of the car. Yeah, no idea why but I had some new car images pop up, so I was looking at them and then marvelling at the fact that I was running alongside the motorway. What's that chap doing? Where's he come from? Right, I'm here at rainy Witham. Witham? Witham, I think they call it in Essex. There's my train. Ring the lady and say I'm here, and bless her heart, she comes and picks me up. Not very busy at Witham. So what time is it there? 1:30. I was meant to arrive at 12:30. An hour late. Fine. Not an issue. That's worked out quite well. So I'll make my way over the bridge to the car park, and you'll see my face in a moment. Here, it's chucking it down with rain. It's that horrible, drizzly, horrible old drizzle rain. The lady who's selling me the car is going to pick me up in just a minute. She is just down the road in the supermarket, which is good. So I don't have to get a taxi now. I am just waiting for her. So watch this space. So I went and picked the car up. I didn't film the lady with the car. It actually belonged to her mum, who I thought was going to meet, but we didn't meet in the end. I went down the road, probably 200 metres, got out and just had to have a look at it, because isn't it beautiful? This wonderful K11 Micra, couple of owners, 23,000 miles in this beautiful ocean blue. Not a single mark on it. What do I think? Well, we'll find out right now. Yeah, and I'm in my brand new Nissan Micra, complete with Glyn Hopkin keyring. I've just been and picked it up. You can see that the headlining is beautiful. The interior is beautiful. It's a horrible, wet, horrible, naff old day here in Essex. The only way is Nissan Micras is the title of this video. I'm about to drive it home. I've just picked it up. It's got 23,873 miles on the clock. I'm steaming up, but it's been a trip and a half. You can see that I have been delayed a little bit on my trains, not a major issue, but I'm about to drive it home. We'll do a walk around tour. I was going to do a walk around video where I am, but it's a main road and there's people here. So I'll pull up in a service station or something on the way home, do a walk around quickly so you can have a look at the car. But yeah, I've got the car, I'm here, I've made it, I've paid my money, I have seen the car. There is not a single mark on it. Genuinely, it has been cherished and pampered within an inch of its life. Things that I'm excited about already: original Glyn Hopkin tax disc holder, original Glyn Hopkin stickers, service book as thick as my arm. It has really been looked after. I'm about to drive it home. It's going to take me 3 hours according to Google. Hopefully I'm going to get there. If you're watching this video, then I have got home, hopefully uneventfully. But yeah, keep watching. We'll get it home. Well, I am halfway home. I've stopped at a local German supermarket to get myself some bargains. I've just filled up the petrol tank. Yes, I filled up the tank and it cost me 20 quid. Things I know so far after driving the car 90 miles home so far. It's got the original tyres on it, which are worrying, but also quite cool. I don't think the engine has ever been over 60 miles an hour in its life. The car really was a little bit slow and sluggish to start with acceleration and oomph. I've cleaned those valves out now and it is singing like a sewing machine. Other things I know: there is not a single mark on this paintwork. I have just had a good walk around it. I have found a problem, a major problem, and that is there's a small scuff on one of the wheel trims. Unbelievable. An absolute credit, this car. We will do a full walk around when I get it home. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Another 90 miles to go. As you can see, the paintwork is looking nice and shiny in the semi-sunshine we've got. I'll just lock the door whilst I go to our German supermarket. I have parked all the way out the way, but as you can see, so far she is looking beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to come around this side and make sure that I've shut this door as well. Lovely. Right, let's go get some pork pies. Diet clearly going well. Grabbed myself some pork pies and some caramelised snacky cocktail sausage things. And you can see just how far away in the car park I parked, because the last thing I wanted is for someone to knock it. Well, I've got my little snacky snacks for on the way home. It gives me a chance to just sort of show you inside the car, because I'm not going to eat it in the car. That's my seat cover I've put on. Yeah, looking good. Let's have a look down the sides. Not a single dent in that panel. Not a single car part knock in it at all, in any way, shape or form. It really is an absolute little gem. Look at these sills. Look at those arches. I am a one lucky boy. Let's have a look in here. Looking good. Oh, ladybird. Come on, ladybird. Out you go. Fly away home. I was going to squish him. The car genuinely drives like it's brand new. Look up here. Look at that. That's without me giving it a scrub. I'm really looking forward to getting this home and having a look and giving you guys a good old look round. Yeah, right. Snacky time. Snacks eaten, I'm ready for the long journey home, but until I've done that, I just thought I'd give you a quick walk around in the local garden centre car park. I've clearly handbrake turned it straight into where it's been laid. Of course I haven't. This is a video of me picking it up. If you want to see a video of the car, it's going to be on the channel shortly. Thanks for coming with me to pick the car up today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, ring the bell and subscribe for more Micra content. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, please. And always, your comments are appreciated. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments below. Take care. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. There'll be more Micra content on the way. You're all legends. See you later. Bye-bye.